Hello electric car shoppers. I wanted to do a quick review of the Volvo XC40 Recharge all electric all-wheel drive. As someone who was looking for some information on how it handled in the winter, I was not really able to find very much info. So here we will address driving capabilities in winter conditions, battery life, and a few other things. As you can see here, the XC40 is plenty fast and very confidence-inspiring in all sorts of winter conditions. Here we are driving up a pretty steep hill, and the hill gets quite a bit steeper than most people would need to drive on ever. And the Volvo charges right up it without any problem. My goal with this car is to charge it with rooftop solar and be able to charge through any and all winter conditions. It isn't always possible to charge it on sunshine, but the more you can do it, the better. Driving in true winter conditions, especially in the mountains, does require good snow tires. I don't think there's any way around that, and I've seen plenty of big trucks with their all-season monster tires sliding all over, while I and others with snow tires have been able to charge right around them and get up to the ski hill. While I knew I could accelerate very quickly, I was a little bit concerned, could I start very slowly so as not to slip out? This proved not to be any issue at all. And while I'm very happy with the overall performance of the Volvo in all winter conditions, my one complaint is that the weight of the car necessitates quite wide tires. And in slush and deep powder, those tires tend to float. So if you really wanted to rally, you'd want some pizza cutters on there, and these are not pizza cutters. Nevertheless, on these small, narrow, twisty, steep up and down roads, not only have we not had any trouble, but we've had a great time driving. And on what I would consider more normal driving conditions, not quite so steep, well-trodden, packed powder, ice, slush, we've had great confidence taking the family up skiing, and that's really important. Here we are descending a mountain road, and while maintaining control on a descent probably has more to do with tires than the car itself and your driving habits, it's pretty fun to descend this road and only use regenerative braking and not touch the actual brake pedal once. And by the bottom, you actually recoup some energy into the battery. So what about stopping? Well, giving it a good test here, and really pleased using mostly regenerative and then putting the brakes on there at the end. Which leads us to the battery. I drive 50 miles or less a day, and that 50-mile round trip uses about 40% of the battery, which I typically charge to 90%. So over a couple of days, 2.5 days, I can drive without having to charge and then can charge it up. That isn't great, but it suits my needs, and to take a longer trip would just take a little bit more time and a lot more planning to make it happen. Some cool little details that are pretty unnecessary but really nice are the heated steering wheel and heated seats for everybody. And all of the controls are really intuitive. They work great. And while I never would have thought that's something I would need or want or even like, it's been really nice. One complaint that I read about was that the suspension is too rough, and I do not find that to be the case. I feel like the suspension is really good and feels quite sporty, actually. Doesn't feel too rough to me at all. I hope that has been helpful, and good luck in your search for a way to drive on sunshine and kill it in the snow.